I want you to truly envision something for a moment. Picture every single day unfurling before you like a vast, unblemished canvas, and in your hand you hold the brush. That brush symbolizes the choices you make, the conscious decisions that sculpt your reality. Now, the profound question beckons. What masterpiece will you choose to paint today? Every dawn presents an unparalleled opportunity for improvement. It's a sacred chance to sharpen your inherent skills, to meticulously refine your very mode of thinking, and to deliberately elevate your life to heights yet unexplored. But understand this deeply. Such profound elevation isn't a matter of serendipity. It demands your deliberate, unwavering dedication. One of the most fundamental truths I've internalized is this: success is nothing more than a series of simple disciplines, faithfully practiced day after day. Conversely, failure is merely a collection of judgment errors, inadvertently or habitually repeated. The chasm between these two destinies, failure and success, resides not in monumental shifts, but in the seemingly insignificant incremental improvements you choose to cultivate daily. It's not the grand overhaul, but the myriad subtle adjustments, often overlooked, that ultimately forge the most significant, enduring transformations over time. I've distilled this powerful principle into approximately 10 core areas that you are compelled to improve consistently with each passing day. We'll traverse these 10 vital domains swiftly, ensuring we pave the way for our practical goal workshop. 1. The alchemy of your attitude. The primary, indispensable element you must cultivate daily is your attitude. Reflect on the sheer, undeniable power embedded within it. Your attitude isn't merely a fleeting mood, it is the very bedrock upon which the edifice of your life is meticulously constructed. Should you commit to refining it, even by the barest fraction each day, you will witness a fundamental recalibration of every facet of your existence. You might initially posit, "Jim, it's merely an attitude, just a transient feeling." Yet I assert it transcends mere sensation. It is the very lens through which you perceive the world. It dictates your approach to burgeoning problems, your resilience in confronting daunting challenges, and the tenor of your interactions with every soul you encounter. And its influence flows two ways. Your attitude functions as a powerful magnet. It possesses the inherent capacity to draw in boundless opportunities, or conversely, to repel them with equal force. Consider this. Have you ever crossed paths with an individual perpetually steeped in negativity? Someone who tirelessly laments every circumstance, regardless of life's inherent blessings. How much genuine success do you surmise they attract with such a disposition? Likely, very little. Their negative attitude erects an insurmountable barrier, obstructing the very flow of opportunity. Conversely, an individual radiating a positive attitude acts as an irresistible magnetic force, attracting opportunities with effortless grace. People gravitate toward them. They yearn to collaborate, to uplift, to witness their triumphs. Thus, if you diligently refine your attitude, even in minuscule increments each day, perhaps by consciously embracing a touch more optimism, or cultivating a deeper well of patience, you will observe the gradual unfolding of pathways you never even perceived existed. Here's a crucial insight. Transforming your attitude is not an overnight revelation. It is an arduous yet profoundly rewarding, slow and steady process. You sculpt it bit by precious bit, day by deliberate day. Perhaps today your conscious focus rests on cultivating a deeper sense of gratitude. Tomorrow your resolve centers on fostering greater resilience. The day after, your energy is directed toward discovering solutions rather than succumbing to the inertia of problems. With each passing day, you meticulously lay another small yet pivotal brick upon the foundation of a superior attitude. And before you fully comprehend the magnitude of your endeavor, you will have forged something immensely strong, deeply enduring, and profoundly impactful. I assure you, when your attitude undergoes this profound metamorphosis, every other domain of your life, your cherished relationships, your professional endeavors, your intrinsic well-being, inevitably begins to flourish in synchronous harmony. 2. The artistry of your communication. Next, it is imperative that you diligently cultivate your communication skills on a daily basis. This is a colossal determinant of your trajectory towards success. Why? Because the very fabric of human existence is intricately woven with communication. Whether you are engaging in heartfelt dialogue with a dear friend, meticulously negotiating a pivotal business transaction, or simply navigating the nuances of daily interaction with your family, communication stands as the beating heart of every exchange. And the greater your proficiency in this vital art, the more profound your relationships will become, the smoother your professional undertakings will flow, and the deeper your influence will extend within your community. Allow me to clarify a profound aspect. Communication transcends mere verbal articulation. In fact, some of the most masterful communicators are remarkably sparing with their words. Their true genius lies in their capacity to listen. They listen with an almost surgical precision, with profound empathy, and with an unwavering commitment to understand, not merely to formulate a response. You see, truly effective communication is an intricate two-way street. It is the art of expressing your ideas with crystalline clarity while simultaneously possessing the acumen to genuinely absorb and comprehend the perspectives of others. And this is a skill you can incrementally refine every single day. Perhaps today you dedicate your conscious effort to becoming a more discerning listener. Tomorrow you practice the delicate art of articulating your point assertively, yet without aggression. The day after, you meticulously seek out the precise words to convey the intricate landscape of your emotions. With each deliberate act, you meticulously chip away at the rough, unpolished edges of your unique communication style, progressively transforming yourself into an individual to whom people eagerly incline their ears. And here lies its true pervasive power. When your communication flourishes, your capacity to influence expands exponentially. You lead with greater conviction, and you inspire others to embark on transformative action. Tell me, have you ever found yourself entangled in a profound misunderstanding with another individual purely due to the fissures of poor communication? Perhaps you interpreted their words one way, while their true intent resided in an entirely different realm, and that seemingly innocuous misapprehension burgeoned into a formidable problem. Now, dare to imagine the profound impact if you refined your communication even incrementally each day. How many such misunderstandings could be skillfully circumvented? How many festering conflicts could be amicably resolved? How much more profound trust could you meticulously weave into the very tapestry of your relationships? It's a contemplation profoundly worthy of your time, isn't it? 3. The unyielding bridge of self-discipline. Next, you are unequivocally compelled to cultivate your self-discipline daily. This attribute is utterly crucial. You see, self-discipline stands as the unwavering bridge that spans the chasm between your loftiest goals and their ultimate accomplishment. It is the inherent capacity to persevere, to propel yourself forward even when your spirit wavers and your inclination flags. It is the fortitude to execute what is undeniably necessary, even when confronted with discomfort or resistance. And the unvarnished truth is this: without the bedrock of self-discipline, success remains an elusive phantom. You might possess the most ambitious aspirations, the most incandescent ideas, and a boundless reservoir of innate talent. But if the rigorous discipline to follow through is absent, none of those precious assets truly matter. Self-discipline operates akin to a muscle. The more consistently you engage and challenge it, the more robust and formidable it becomes. And this is a quality you can incrementally fortify every single day. Perhaps today you exert the discipline to awaken a mere 15 minutes earlier. Tomorrow, you commit to exercising even when the inertia of your body protests. The day after, you discipline yourself to remain singularly focused on your work, impervious to the siren calls of distraction. Each of these seemingly diminutive acts of discipline, when accumulated over the relentless march of time, converge to yield genuinely massive results. Here's a profound insight to ponder. Self-discipline isn't solely a function of raw willpower. It is fundamentally about the meticulous creation of habits. When you embed an action into the very fabric of your daily routine, transforming it into a habit, it no longer demands the same arduous exertion of discipline. It becomes an automatic response. Therefore, an integral component of fortifying your self-discipline lies in constructing habits that organically support your grander objectives. For instance, if you cultivate the habit of devouring 10 pages of an enriching book each day, you are liberated from the constant reliance on sheer willpower to facilitate your learning and personal growth. The habit seamlessly takes over, and your discipline manifests as effortless flow. I once encountered a remarkably talented young man brimming with innate potential, yet he was conspicuously devoid of discipline. He would embark upon projects with incandescent enthusiasm, only to abandon them midway, captivated by the allure of the next shiny object, the newest idea, leaving his prior endeavors adrift. Consequently, he never achieved substantive progress. One pivotal day, I engaged him in earnest conversation, impressing upon him the imperative to cultivate his discipline. You must train yourself, I urged, to adhere to a task until its completion, even when it proves arduous, monotonous, or simply uninspiring. And to his immense credit, he absorbed that counsel deeply. He initiated his transformation modestly, completing one small project at a time. Over the ensuing period, he painstakingly forged the discipline required to see monumental endeavors through to their conclusion. Today, he stands as an individual of remarkable accomplishment, and he will unequivocally declare that self-discipline was the singular cornerstone of his extraordinary success. 4. Reshaping your mindset. Another profound avenue for cultivating your mindset is to courageously challenge your limiting beliefs. You see, an alarming number of us are tethered, not by external impediments, but by the ingrained convictions we harbor about ourselves and the very nature of the world. We mistakenly conclude that a certain feat is beyond our grasp simply because we've never accomplished it previously, or perhaps because an external voice once whispered that we were insufficient. Yet these paralyzing beliefs are fundamentally nothing more than thoughts, and thoughts by their very essence are mutable. Therefore, dedicate each day to the deliberate replacement of these confining beliefs with empowering alternatives. Instead of silently conceding, "I am incapable of this," reframe your internal dialogue to, "I am actively learning how to master this." Instead of resigning yourself to, "I shall never attain success," consciously assert, "I am firmly on the path to success." With each passing day, you incrementally refine your mindset, and over time, you will witness a seismic shift in your entire perspective on life. I once knew a man whose mindset was a perpetual source of anguish. He was inexorably drawn to the negative aspects of life, perceiving every obstacle as an insurmountable wall, every setback as a definitive end. Consequently, he found himself trapped in a quagmire, unable to advance regardless of his efforts. One day I sat with him and implored him, "You must transform your mindset. You must cease fixating on what is amiss, and instead direct your unwavering focus toward what is genuinely possible." He embraced this counsel wholeheartedly. He began modestly, immersing himself in a few pages of an uplifting book each morning, consciously practicing gratitude every night, and gradually, deliberately reorienting his focus from pervasive problems to viable solutions. Over time, his mindset underwent a profound metamorphosis, and correspondingly, so did his life. he blossomed into a more confident, more resilient, and ultimately more successful individual. And it all commenced with the daily, steadfast practice of refining his mindset. 5. The prudence of time management. Next, let us turn our meticulous attention to time management. It is the sole finite resource that is distributed equally among all humanity. Yet its utilization fundamentally distinguishes one destiny from another. Time, you see, is exceptionally precious, and once it has elapsed, it is irrevocably lost. Therefore, if your aspiration is to achieve monumental feats in life, you must master the art of judiciously managing your time. And the encouraging news is that time management is a skill you can meticulously hone with each passing day. Perhaps today your focused effort lies in establishing unequivocally clearer priorities. Tomorrow you dedicate yourself to the rigorous elimination of distractions. The day after you practice the assertive yet polite art of saying no to commitments that do not align with your core objectives. Each diminutive improvement in how you steward your time accumulates, and before you fully grasp the impact, you will discover yourself achieving more with less effort, directing your energies exclusively toward endeavors that possess genuine significance. Tell me, how frequently do you find yourself perpetually busy, yet remarkably unproductive? How often do you squander your invaluable time on activities that fail to move the needle, while truly important tasks are perpetually shunted aside? You see, the state of being busy is fundamentally distinct from the state of being productive. This distinction underscores the paramount importance of refining your time management. It is about directing your focus to the precise tasks at the optimal moment, executed with the most effective approach. One of the most potent strategies for elevating your time management is to initiate your day with a meticulously crafted plan. Dedicate a few serene moments each morning to map out your top priorities for the day. What are the absolutely critical accomplishments you must achieve? What tasks can be intelligently delegated or perhaps eliminated altogether? And here's a pivotal insight. Do not merely plan your work, meticulously plan your breaks as well. Rest, you see, is as intrinsically vital as action. If you neglect to carve out moments for genuine rejuvenation, you will inevitably succumb to burnout. Therefore, ensure your time management framework encompasses both rigorous productivity and essential periods of restorative rest. Over the years, I've collaborated with countless individuals who grappled intensely with time management. They would lament, "Jim, I simply lack sufficient time to accomplish everything." And my consistent rejoinder was, "You possess precisely the same allocation of time as every other human being. The challenge lies not in acquiring more time, but in leveraging the time you possess with greater efficacy. So if your aspiration is to elevate your life, commence by optimizing your approach to time. It is a daily discipline, and with each progressive day, as your proficiency subtly deepens, you will perceive your life aligning with greater harmony and fluidity." 6. The relentless pursuit of knowledge. Next, on a daily basis, you are unequivocally compelled to build and expand your knowledge. I assert, the world is a perpetually shifting landscape, and if you cease the act of learning, you are, by definition, falling irrevocably behind. The more expansive your knowledge, the greater your capacity. The greater your capacity, the more profound value you can introduce into the marketplace. And the more value you confer, the richer the rewards you will inevitably receive. Therefore, if your ambition is to maintain a decisive edge in life, you must assiduously cultivate your knowledge every single day. How does one achieve this? The methodology is elegantly simple. Read, listen, study. Each day, commit yourself to the acquisition of something novel. Perhaps today you immerse yourself in an insightful article pertinent to your industry. Tomorrow you absorb wisdom from a compelling seminar focused on personal development. The day after, you enroll in a course meticulously designed to hone your practical skills. Each seemingly insignificant investment in learning accrues, and you will discover yourself increasingly knowledgeable, more profoundly skilled, and supremely prepared for whatever unforeseen challenges life may hurl your way. And here lies a profound truth. The journey of learning does not culminate upon the cessation of formal education. In fact, that is precisely where the genuine, impactful learning commences. You see, formal education may indeed secure your livelihood, but self-education, that, my friend, is what will forge your fortune. The most preeminent figures in the world are perpetual learners. They never cease in their quest to augment their knowledge, for they deeply comprehend that the vaster their intellect, the loftier their potential for achievement. Mr. Shaw, without a doubt, was one of the most astute individuals I have ever had the privilege of knowing. Yet his intellect was not an accident of birth. It was the direct consequence of his unyielding devotion to daily learning. He once imparted to me, "Jim, the more you learn, the more you earn." And I absorbed that wisdom profoundly. I embarked upon a relentless regimen of reading, listening to instructional tapes, attending enriching seminars, anything within my grasp to amplify my knowledge. And unequivocally, Mr. Shaw's insight proved prophetic. The more I learned, the more abundant the opportunities that manifested. And the same transformative reality awaits you. 7. The artistry of financial stewardship. Next, let me be unequivocal. There is never an opportune moment to neglect your finances. You see, your financial paradigm is not an arbitrary destiny that simply befalls you. It is a meticulous construction that you personally architect. And akin to every other vital domain of your existence, it demands unwavering daily attention and persistent refinement. Whether your objective is to dismantle the shackles of debt, to meticulously build enduring wealth, or simply to forge a deeper sense of financial security, the journey commences with the execution of small, unwavering daily improvements. Now, here's the unvarnished truth. A significant majority of individuals lack a fundamental comprehension of money. They possess the rudimentary ability to earn it, but they remain largely unversed in the essential principles of managing it. Consequently, they find themselves perpetually ensnared in a cycle of struggle, irrespective. Final contemplation, the grand design of daily choices. So, what will you choose to improve today? What singular, small, consistent action will you commit to taking right now to propel yourself closer to the life you ardently desire to live? Remember, it's not about executing a colossal leap. It's about taking one deliberate small step at a time, every single day. And when you embrace that unwavering discipline, you will be utterly astonished by the heights you can ascend over time. That, my friends, is the true unvarnished secret to enduring success. It transcends mere luck, or innate talent, or even arduous labor. It resides in the small disciplines, the incremental daily improvements, the seemingly minor choices you render consistently every single day. And these transformative choices, my friends, rest entirely within your hands. I trust this message resonates deeply within you, and I am profoundly confident that as you begin to steadfastly focus on these small, daily improvements, you will witness nothing short of remarkable changes blossoming throughout your life. Keep pressing forward, keep diligently improving, and always remember, success is not something you pursue, it is something you intrinsically attract by the person you diligently, consistently become.